interesting, not really my vibe. I think I was just like, I think if I was reading it in a different space, I probably would enjoy it more, but there's that. All right, hello, my fellow readers. Today, on episode 3 of Clear the Cart, we're going to do something a little bit different. We are going to be breaking up with my Kindle for a week, meaning we're only going to read books on my physical TBR. Now, traditionally for me, I always have a physical book and then a Kindle book going on. This week, that will not be the case. I do have enough romance books on my TBR cart that I think I'll be okay, because traditionally on my Kindle, I read the romance books that I normally read. So, yeah, we'll see how this goes. Traditionally, I read between 4 and 9 books in a week. It really depends on how my week kind of rolls out. So we'll just see what we end up getting to. I suspect it'll be on the lower end because if I'm reading more fiction books, it just takes me a little bit longer. But that's okay. Definitely on the docket this week is Tempting Venom. I think we're gonna get to Conform by R.L. Sylvan. I'm a little bit nervous because I've heard mixed reviews. And then I really want to read My Friends by Frederick Bachman. Those are the ones that I know for a fact that I want to read. I am starting out with The Low Job by Grace Alexander. This is a politician scandal. This is about someone who's caught having an affair with a politician who happens to be married. This is set in the UK. So, or at least that's what I can tell. It's either Australia or the UK. I'm pretty sure it's the UK. Um, we shall see. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's the UK, but it could be Australia. But they have a parliamentary system because they have an MP. So, what just happened to my voice? Okay, anyway, that is on the docket. I started it this morning about 40 pages in, so I can't really give you my full thoughts right now. But yeah, let's just get on with this. It's going to be an interesting week. I'm sure I'm going to have some breakdowns. Okay, so I finished The Low Job, um, which was very quick because was I was reading it as my mom was driving while we were grocery shopping. Oh my gosh, gone are the days that's gonna be soon. Um, anyway, I did finish this. We were going grocery shopping. Um, yeah. So anyway, this was very good. I think for those of you that have an interest in politics, like I said earlier, like this really did have that feel. It was set in the UK. There is a reality show element to it. So if you like the drama of reality television and family complications and family chaos, this definitely would be for you. I think for me, the only downside I had with this book was that the characters did not feel distinct enough. So between all 4 sisters, I kind of forgot, like, I literally forgot a few of the sisters, like, at times. And I had to remind myself, like, oh, those are the sisters. So that is the only downside, I think, in my opinion, that I had with this book. But it was a pretty good book. Very, like, very chaotic. Very much like family chaos, political chaos, like everything. And so highly recommend if you're into those kind of things. I think it borders on weird girl lit, not completely. I wouldn't consider it weird girl lit, but it definitely borders on that, in my opinion. So that's that. The next book I'm going to read is All Down Darkness Wild, or Wide. All Down Darkness Wide, there you go, by Sean Hewitt. This is a memoir of Sean Hewitt's. I got it from the Aesop Peer Library. That's the stamp. So yeah, that is what I'm going to, if I could actually get some, that's what I'm going to read next. This is a memoir. Which I don't always love, but I've been reading memoirs more this year, I think, than anything. So, yep, that's next. I'll check with you guys a little bit later. I don't think I'll finish this. If I do, that'd be really shocking because it's like 200 pages. But yeah. Okay, so yes, I do know that this was book number 2 and it is Sunday, but I have my reasons. It is a Sunday. So, this is kind of the day where like I do a lot of reading. I try not to edit. I try not to do other things. So that's that. This is a memoir, I would say, in comparison to Deep House or Inspiration Porn. This is probably not as high on my list. I would say I like it better than Lena Dunham's memoir, but I do think this is very much like descending into like madness a little bit, but also like what it means to grow up gay and religious and what that kind of looks like. And I think from my perspective, I don't know that perspective at all. So it's always interesting to read. There's also a lot of like falling in love and what that is, and if your partner is struggling mentally. So it's always very interesting to read that kind of stuff because it's just not a perspective I have. So for that, I give it its points. I'm glad this is off of my TBR. Look, I have so many books. It's insane. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and pick up Tempting Venom because that will keep my attention for longer than like a few hours because it is longer and yeah, if that makes sense. Okay, here it is. So this is what I'm gonna read next. And that's what's happening. I know that she's had some like interesting, or she didn't say anything about Pride Month, so I don't know if I'll continue to read her, but it's like anyway. So that's what's going on right now. I don't know when I'm gonna start that or anything. I'm currently watching MacGyver, so yeah. Alrighty, hello. I like never wear dress these days, but I have a new potential client that I'm gonna start working with. Well, the child. I feel like every time I say that, it sounds like weird. I do work, I tutor and do cognitive training for children, actually adults too. But anyway, so I have a new potential client. So I wanted to dress up somewhat nicely. Normally I wouldn't. Normally wear slacks, but it's also so hot today. It is going to be a high of 28 degrees Celsius, which is close to 90. Anyway, so an update. This is day 2. Yesterday I read 2 books. I am. Look, I was on the elliptical for an hour today at the gym, so obviously I got quite a bit of pages read. And last night I think I read 200 and I'm at 357. So, yeah. Anyway, that's where I'm at. I'm over 50%, so I don't know if I'll be able to finish this before I go to work or anything, but we'll find out. So, yeah, that's where we're at. I also do need to finish editing and stuff, but I'm gonna read a little bit and then we'll see where I'm at. Alrighty, hello. I am back from work. I only have, I don't even, I just finished the letter, like the chapter after the letter. Um, I don't even know. I have like 50 something pages to go. So, very good. I think if you liked God of Fury, you'll probably like this. If you liked Brandon's characters in God of Fury, you're gonna like Preston, especially. I think this to me, probably out of the other two, like in the Hunt the Villain series, those feel very distinct, I think. Like God of Fury is definitely like this book in this series, and I have not seen that in the Villain series. Maybe that's going to be the next book, which is Cyrus. But anyway, that's what's going on. I'm going to have lunch, and then I'm going to finish reading this because I would like to finish this because I want to know the ending. Like at this point, it's not about getting a new book. I just want to know the ending, and then I'm gonna have to figure out what I want to read next. Probably more real world book because this is really dark and really heavy. So I was gonna read The Wedding People next, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. We'll see what ends up happening. Why am I so blue? I don't know. Okay, can't even apparently figure this out. Anyway, so I just finished this book. I really loved it. I mean, I knew exactly what I was getting with it, and it served me just that. So this book is now complete. Very cute, very good, very much love. I have this stuff down here, but I don't know what I want to read. Should I just go for conform? I think I'm gonna go for conform because then I'll know for sure if I want to like keep it or get rid of it. So we're gonna go with Conform by R.L. Sullivan. This is extremely long. So let's find out. 401. Great. Okay. As I said that as I just finished a book that was over 500 pages. Okay, well, we know how I am. So that's what we're going to read next. Alrighty. Hello. It is day 3, I guess, of not reading my Kindle. So I'm reading Conform, I think, as I mentioned yesterday. And yeah, I'm almost done. I have about 100, I have less than 100 pages left. I think for me, I, I understand why people have a love-hate relationship. I feel like I either see really positive reviews or really negative reviews, and it's like no one's in the middle. I can understand why people are mad. I think my whole thing, I think a lot of conversations happen around the main character Emmeline being known as a defect when she has heterochromia. And I understand the notion of like, well, you could have like such a platform to talk about disability in society and all of that. But I think for me, while I do think that is very good and should happen, I think in a conversation like a dystopian like this, like they want a perfect society. So the idea that, yeah, she has a minor defect to me is just like, I'm fine with it. Like, I don't have like this notion of like anything like negative. I would be curious about Hal's parents, just because I do think that they have major defects. I'm like wondering what their defects are. But that's just me. Maybe we'll get that in another book. But so far so good. I'm not really like super wanting to go into Beneath right now. I have a love-hate relationship with dystopians in general. So sometimes I think after this, I'll probably go into a romance. Maybe. I know that I am potentially getting my book of the month order in today. So maybe I have something in there. I kind of forgot what I ordered because I ordered 2 books. I had one off the June pick or July pick, and then I ordered an add-on. But I don't remember what that is. So be patient with me. I'll find out when we get it today. So I'm gonna read something that's a romance, a little more fluffy, just because the last romance I read was Tempting Venom. Still have no idea. Anyway, that was the last romance I read, and that is like super dark and super like not fun and fluffy. So I definitely want a fluffy romance for sure. It currently is 8:40 in the morning. I have therapy at 10. So if I eat and like get myself together, I will hopefully finish this before therapy because that's what I would like. So that is the plan. Alrighty, so I finished this book and then proceeded to have therapy. So talking about this a little bit later. But I will say it was very good. I think I don't know. I still think of like it's still a good book. I can't complain really. Would I read the second one? Yes. I'm a little bit worried about Beneath, but I'll give it a shot. And yeah, that's what's going on. So there we go. Guys, I don't know either. I'm just losing my mind. So that's what we're doing. Okay, so I think I'm gonna read Audition. It's pretty short because I am getting, like I said, I am getting my book of the month order. Let me double check that it's not here though. Because if it is here, then I definitely want to read that. Let's look, guys. I don't think it is though. It's a little early for it to be here. Today's kind of my day off, so I definitely want to like rest and relax because I am tired. No, it's out for delivery. Okay, so I think what we're gonna do is read this one first, and then we'll reconvene, I guess. I don't know. This shouldn't be that hard of a book. I think it's like under 200 pages, so I don't know. I'm not too worried about it. Because I do like a short book, and I think I'm in need of a short book after the books that I've read. Okay, not here with an update on the book. I've read like one chapter, but anyway, I'm gonna show you my book of the month. Oof, I got two books. Well, I got a book and then I got an add-on. So I got The Shampoo Effect, which I'm genuinely looking forward to. And then I got Romantic Hero. So those are the two that I got. And then obviously you get that. But those are the two things I got. So nothing super exciting. I think once I finish Audition, I'll probably read this. Yeah, probably what I'll read next. I don't know yet. But we're going to find out together. Alrighty, that is lovely lighting. It is early, guys. It's 6:55, so that's why the sun is like really right in my face. Anyway, so I finished Audition. Very interesting, not really my vibe. I think I was just like, I think if I was reading it in a different space, I probably would enjoy it more, but there's that. Then I picked up Romantic Hero and I finished this morning on the elliptical. This was good if you like magical realism and like people coming out of books. I'm not a cowboy fan, like a cowboy romance fan, so I think that probably didn't help. And the fact that it was straight also probably didn't help. So yeah, it was okay. I think if you're looking for a magical realism and you like cowboy romance, you probably really like this book, but personally it wasn't my my thing. But next I'm going to pick up East of Eden because I'm trying to get through some of my bigger books. So here we go with another classic. Guys, you know how I feel about classics. Everybody, like, not great, not great. But it's okay. We're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. Okay. So that's what we're going to read next. I got to go get ready I got to go make food and get out of here. Go to work. Yay me.
Better late than never. So glad we had this time together. Sometimes it takes so long. Sometimes it takes forever. But you're here to stay far beyond today. You'll be in my heart. You don't wanna see me again. You say we are better off as friends. You think it's alright telling my world goodbye. You make me wanna cry, but it's alright. It's better late than never. So glad we had this time together. Sometimes it takes so long. Sometimes it takes forever. Sad to see you go. Glad we had our show. You'll be in my heart. We met late in our lives, so but it's been one hell of a ride. When I see you again, you gotta help me to understand why you think it's alright telling my world goodbye.
Okay. Because I did this clip and didn't have any focus at all. Okay. So I finished East of Eden yesterday. I just honestly didn't want to be on camera yesterday. That to me was very much lost on me because I didn't know the story in the Bible. So I was just kind of over it by like 300 pages, you know. Then I read Best Offer Wins, which you kind of saw that yesterday. I finished that as well, and I think if I was not in the mindset I was in, I would have enjoyed it more. I think I was just kind of tired and I just wasn't feeling it, and yeah. But I finished that. It was decent. Again, I would have to reread it, I think, to kind of get the full experience. And then I decided, because one, I just couldn't mentally handle any other book. I did start reading on my Kindle, so therefore this challenge is a fail, but we're going to still continue because I would like to get through at least one more book. And the book I pulled, because I have work today, I'm about to hit the gym. It is currently 5 a.m. So it's 5:02 exactly. So I've had to leave for the gym like ASAP. But anyway, what I'm bringing with me and then also to work and reading is Kristen Hanna's The Great Alone. This is the last like big book I have on my TBR, so I wanted to kind of get it out of the way. And then I'm down to 35 books after I finish this, which is amazing. I would love to get one more in this video, but like I don't know if that's gonna happen, so bear with me, guys. Um, like I said, I just have other things I need to do. I have editing I need to finish. I haven't done any editing. I haven't done any editing all week, and I don't really know why. I just haven't been in the mindset. I also have a few other just like random things to do, and I have work today. So let's go. Okay, I am fully ready for work. I'm about to start eating breakfast, but I wanted to give you an update on the Great Alone. Also, why is my hair so dark in this? But anyway, I wanted to give you an update on The Great Alone. I am over halfway. I'm on page 311, which is pretty damn good, if I say so myself, for reading it for only 40 minutes on the elliptical. Talk about my reading speed a different day. I will say, okay, so when I'm reading it, I'm super engaged and want to keep reading. But the minute I kind of put it down, I'm like, I don't really want to go back to it. But I am interested to see how it plays out. It's just like I'm not like dying to read it right now. So, yeah. Like, it's not like tempting venom or anything, like, at all. So, anyway, there we go. Yeah. Like, I think the situation is interesting. It's a family drama for sure. Um, like, I don't know what else to say. I'm gonna try, so maybe I can read one other book before the week is over, which I think will be a memoir because I have like 4 nonfictions on my list right now, and we gotta cut down some of them. So I think that will probably be next. Although that's pretty short, so we'll see. But I have a lot of things I have to do today. I have work today, and then I have um, editing to do. I have to go pick up a few things. I just have a lot of random bits and bobs to do. So that is all right. Hello, hello, hello. Wow, I'm looking a little rough. Anyway, I finished that. Finished The Great Alone this morning. Um, oh my gosh, the ending of this book. Like, this book had me by the end of it. Like, if you've read this book, I think you know what I'm talking about. But the ending, like when she finally goes back to Alaska, is just so amazing. And I did read another Kindle book. Guys, I'm trying. Okay, I've only read 2, so I feel like that's pretty good. And it's like simply for the fact that this was so intense, I needed something a little bit lighter. So I read something else. So let me go get the last book I want to read. I guess we're gonna read it. I don't know. But yes, we're gonna read it. I'm gonna read Maybe This Will Save Me. Yes, this is the signed copy. Um, so anyway. So let's hope that this is okay. I mean, I think it'll be fine. I just, yeah, life. So that's what's happening. That's what I'm gonna read. I probably won't show you any of it until tomorrow. And then tomorrow the last day, so I think this will kind of be the ending of it. This will be the end of what I'm doing. So yeah. Okay, so I have about 163 pages left. I'm sorry the fan is on, but it is really hot. So I'm gonna try to knock this out this morning. I also am trying to upload the video for today because I never did that. Not sure why, but I have some editing to do today as well. So yeah, but I think after I finish this book, I probably won't read anymore. So I'll probably end the video there. So let's just take this video down. So I just finished this. I think it was really good. I think it reminds me a lot of the Lena Dunham memoir to me, and we know how I felt about that. So I think that's why, but I know Tommy and Lena are friends, so that kind of makes sense. I don't think it was bad by any means. I think you get a really good picture of her life and everything she's been through and all the ups and downs, especially as like transitioning in the public. So I really enjoyed that for that reason. I really have no idea. Like, I don't think I'd read it again, but I thought it was really interesting, especially because obviously I know who Tommy is based on like 13 Reasons Why. Obviously, I loved how she directed, or 13 Reasons Why. I loved how she directed I Wish You All the Best. Like, one of my favorite films that has come out in the last couple of years, one that I was really excited for, glad I saw. So, yeah, that's kind of what I'll say on it. I don't know if I really have a super big opinion. I think it was really interesting getting a look at her life. I just I feel like in comparison to like inspiration porn by Ryan O'Connell, like very different. And yeah, so that's how I feel about that. But with that being said, I am not gonna read any more books in this video because it's the last day, it's day 7, and quite frankly, I don't think I'm gonna be reading too much anyway today because I have a lot of stuff to do. So there you go. All right. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you could do this. And also, what is your favorite book on Kindle Unlimited? And make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys next time. Bye.